Okay, I'm going to talk to you a few minutes about how best to prepare for our midterm coming up in a week or so. This will obviously apply also to the second midterm and for the most part the final. I just have a few bullets on this next page here, supposedly. And so, number one, most important, do all the homework assignments, all the homework problems for the chapters that are included in the midterm. Okay. For this particular one, the first one, it's going to be chapters 12 and 13. So we have a few homework assignments that I've assigned for that. You need to get all of those done and submitted. Obviously, this applies to the labs too. Now there will be no practical part of the midterm as we do sometimes for the labs. The midterm will be a combination of solve the problem, like find the gain of this inverting op-amp circuit. It'll also be some couple of true false. There will also be some discussion questions. So you list certain things or write a paragraph about something about, obviously for this class it's for op-amps. So study all of that stuff that we went over in the video lectures and in the text material, and you'll be fine for that. But make sure you get all your homework done. Where do you think I get the midterm questions from? I get them from the homeworks and from some of the examples in the text. Now, number two, you should have probably already created some kind of an equation sheet, kind of a cheat sheet. This exam will be open book and open notes. So, but the problem is that it's only an hour long. I give you an hour to do it, but you'll run out of time really quickly if you're flipping through the notes and flipping through the book and trying to find the answers. What you need to do is create this equation sheet with all the relevant equations on there and use it to do the homework problems. And number three, you can also use it to do the examples in the textbook. Sometimes I'll take an example out of the textbook and I'll put it on the midterm and use that as one of the questions. That'll give you a good idea of what the midterm is going to be like if you look at those examples in the textbook. It's a very straightforward way of creating an exam, is to use the examples as a template for what the questions or problems are going to be. So do that and you'll be fine. The important thing is you use that equation sheet while you're studying, because if you make up the equation sheet and don't use it, or just go ahead with the exam without using it, you won't know what any of those equations are used for, or you will not have had any experience using them on a particular problem. Whereas if you've used it to do the homeworks or maybe redo the homeworks and then use them to do some of the examples in the textbook, you'll see maybe one of those problems on the midterm and go, oh, I remember using this equation for that, and all really works. You'll do very well. Number four, before you just start at question number one, I would recommend scanning the midterm, just going through top to bottom, and your eye will catch on certain problems that are really easy. Oh yeah, I know that one, just answer it, maybe, some true false or something like that. Just answer them, because if you get stuck on one of the problems, let's say problem number three, you may run out of time and not get to those easy questions. So it's always best just to scan the whole thing, knock out the easy ones. Don't do the exam linearly. In other words, do whatever easier ones you can do and then go back at the beginning and start getting the more difficult ones and do it that way. That way you don't leave any easy ones unanswered. Don't want to do that, because there's going to be some easy ones on there. Speaking of easy ones, do not leave any true-false questions unanswered. That's just silly. You got a 50-50 chance. Even if you don't know for sure, just answer it. And you have a 50-50 chance of, which is pretty good odds. It's better than Vegas, okay? 50-50 chance of getting it right. The midterm, again, you'll have 1 hour to do it. It's about, I don't know, probably a couple of dozen questions and problems. So it's not a small exam, but it's not a huge exam either. It's usually it works out pretty well where everybody gets it done. Okay, especially if you do it these 5 little tips and tricks. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and you can message me or put them in the discussion section on Canvas. And good luck, everybody. But I'll post the exam. I'll post the exam the Tuesday before. So it'll be, let's see, the exam is scheduled for the 10th. So it'll be there on the 9th. So you can take it the day before. Can't take it afterwards, but you can take it the day before, all the way up through the midnight on the 10th. Okay? So once again, good luck.